Hello everyone, my name is Chris, and while 2017 was an amazing year for gaming, these are my top 3 games of 2017. Rock of Ages 2 surprised me so much. I had never heard of the first game, but when I saw an ad for the second and got a glimpse of the Monty Python-inspired animation and sense of humor, I was instantly hooked. I didn't know what the actual game was, I just knew that I was going to fall in love with the style this game had. Surprisingly, the game was also a lot of fun to play. I loved all the different traps and obstacles available, and how many different strategies you could use against your opponent. However, even though the gameplay is good, the true star is how funny this game is. Each level is themed after a different famous historical figure, some real and some fictional. These characters and levels are introduced with a great animated scene. I loved every second of these character intros. They perfectly captured not just a look and style of the animations from Monty Python, but they were just as funny. I don't think I made it through a single one of the intro videos without laughing. While I'm sure a lot of my passion for this game comes from my love of Monty Python, it's also because this game was just so unique and well executed. Besides, the game ends in a foosball match against God. As far as I'm concerned, that means an automatic entry on my top 3. Cuphead has one of the most amazing visual designs and styles, and if that was all it had going for it, it would easily make it in my top 3 no matter what. I remember falling in love with the style of this game years ago when we first got a glimpse of it, and after being in development for so long, it felt so good to finally be able to play. The visuals are so lovingly crafted down to the finest detail, and it's such a great use of the rubber hose animation style of cartoons like Felix the Cat. Every part of the game fits this theme and style, from the excellent music, background characters, world design, and every little detail makes the world of Cuphead feel like a classic cartoon come to life. Then, when you actually play the game, you're treated to some of the most challenging run-and-gun gameplay since Gunstar Heroes. All of the power-ups and special moves give you so many options for tackling the game's bosses and side-scrolling segments. While Cuphead at its core is basically a boss rush game, those bosses have so much depth, both in their design and in their actual battle, that the game doesn't really need to be more than that. Cuphead is just so charming. It's impossible not to fall in love, even when the game is kicking your ass. I knew from the moment credits rolled on Wolfenstein II that there was no way any other game was going to beat it as my game of the year. BJ Blazkowicz's fight through Nazi-controlled 1960s America is so well crafted, even with some very drastically different tones throughout the game. The story will take you from flashbacks to BJ's childhood to raw and disturbing displays of death and violence, but later on, a character hits you with one of the most hilarious and strangely passionate rants about aliens being behind everything. Wolfenstein II manages to balance these moments so perfectly that it never feels out of place. The humor is great, and the more serious and emotional moments still pack a huge punch. BJ's story is told so amazingly well, and he's given so much room to grow and develop. It's easy to forget this is the same guy who used to be just a bloody face at the bottom of the screen. Plus, let's not overlook how great it feels to dual wield 2 giant shotguns and start mowing down wave after wave of Nazis. Wolfenstein II has it all. Laugh while BJ gets drunk with a preacher in the middle of a firefight and debates politics. Have a blast mowing down Nazis. And then shed a tear at the relationship between BJ and his parents. What more could you possibly need?